Hello, welcome to Bits and Biology. My name is Liz, and today I'm going to do a solo playthrough of Caldera Park. Caldera Park is a game for 1 to 4 players, plays in about 30 to 40 minutes, designed by Wolfgang Kramer and Michael Kiesling with artwork by Annika Heller. And it is published by Deep Print Games and Pegasus Spiel. So Caldera Park is a tile placement game. It is set, or so it says, in the wilderness of North America. I believe it is set in Yellowstone National Park because it has these hot springs and this caldera, and all of that fits Yellowstone National Park. In fact, I'm not actually aware of any place else in North America that has caldera and hot springs and geysers. And has all of these terrain types, the grasslands and the forest and the mountains. I'm not going to run through how to play. I have a how to play video posted that you can go take a look at if you're interested in that. So we are nearly set up here for a solo game. I have taken these action tiles, these round action tiles. Oops, now I gotta shuffle them again. So now I've really shuffled them, shuffled them quite a bit, and they go in the middle of the action board, the main action board here. This is the player board here, and we will be choosing some weather tiles to place on these white spots. We won't be able to place tiles on the hot springs or the caldera, but we will be able to place them every place else. We're playing, so this board has 2 sides. This side is for a variant, and you can tell it because it has this hot spring sign in the top right corner. We're going to be playing on this side, sort of, the standard or the regular side that has the river sign in the top left corner. I'm going to take this sunny day tile, put it down here where our weather tiles are going to go. These weather tiles are shuffled, and then I'm going to randomly choose 5 of them to keep face down here at the bottom of my player board, and the other 4 will be set aside. And then I will take one of these at random and choose one of these weather spots to put this tile on, and I am going to choose this top right spot here. What this weather tile says, this is, I believe, fog, and we don't want to put any tiles with an eagle or bison on them because those would get flipped over at the end of the game and not score, and that could be pretty bad news for us. So we also have to choose 7 of these tiles from the face down stack and put them up here at the top of our board. All right, now let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is turn over one of these action tiles, and I see that it's a wolf, and I can choose what habitat to pair that wolf up with. So I am going to go for forest since we don't have a picture of a wolf up here on that weather tile. So let's go for forest. I have one that has a wolf and a bear. Maybe I'll place that one first. Keeping in mind that I don't have to place additional tiles adjacent to that one. They can go anywhere on the board. Now I'm going to replace the tile that I took and flip over the next action tile. Oh, look at that. It's a bear. That's pretty cool. So since we have a bear and a wolf on here, maybe I want to put the bear, I guess I'll put the bear on a forest. Oh no, I already put the wolf on the forest space. I did go, yep, that one on a forest space. So let's do prairie for the bear. I do have a bear up here. Okay. So we will put the bear. What I want to do is cover up all of these river spaces, and I would like to surround at least a couple of these hot springs. It's really hard to surround all 3 of them, and it looks like I'm going to be working to cover up probably at least all my forest habitat or my prairie habitat, hopefully both of those, but at least one of them. So replace that tile, flip over the next action tile. It's a moose. Let's see, do I have a moose? I do. I have a moose with a wolf. I have a wolf on this tile with our bear. So maybe we want to put wolves over here and really hope that that weather tile does not have a wolf on it. Maybe we should go this way with the wolves. So if we're going to go this way with the wolves, and I have this wolf and moose, I can't place it on a forest, but I can place it adjacent to a hot springs. So let's place our moose adjacent to our hot springs right here. So that's going to hopefully get my wolves to connect up here to this tile as well. Flip over our next action tile. It is a mountain goat. I don't have any mountain goats out here yet, so maybe we'll go mountains for mountain goat. Oops, I got to replace. I'm really good at forgetting to replace these tiles. All right, so we have mountain goat and an eagle on this tile. So let's see. I picked the mountains. Let's just put that way down here at the bottom. So we'll put our mountain goats and our eagles, or we'll try to anyway, put our mountain goats and our eagles down here. Now we have eagles, and flip over our next action tile. It's our watering hole. That can only go in one place. It can only go here. And this is wild terrain. I can put it anywhere on the board. I just have to pick an animal with a watering hole. So let's choose our wolves, since we know we're trying to put our wolves up here. So we'll go that direction with our wolves. So now we have a watering hole connected to one of our wolves. And turn over that tile. Now we have next action tile is an eagle. Oh dear, this is tricky because all of the waterfalls are next to where we're going to put weather tiles. So maybe I'm going to plan on putting my sunny day weather tile, maybe right here. And I will put this eagle. So what do we have left? We haven't turned over bison. And we don't know where we want our bison to go except not up here. So probably the bison will go over here somewhere. So let's choose waterfall for our eagle. And oh, we have here an eagle and a bison. Actually, maybe I won't go waterfall then. Maybe I'll go river for my eagle and put that here. And then I can do my bison up in here and my eagles down in here somewhere, and then mountain goats maybe over there. We'll see how it shakes out. Our last one here is a bison, so I have to put it on a waterfall space. So maybe I'll put my sunny day tile there. Actually, let's see. If I'm trying to cover up, I think I might not try to cover up all my mountain spaces. So let's work on surrounding this hot springs. So let's take our single bison and put him here on this waterfall. And it might be that I put my sunny day tile, weather tile there, just in case. Okay, so I have flipped over all of those. I need to replace that tile. I'm going to shuffle up the action tiles. I know you can't see it. It's a little bit cramped for space because I wanted to zoom in as much as I could on the board. All right, and then the next thing I'm going to do is pick one of these weather tiles at random. I'm just going to go in order, and I have to place it right here. So that has a moose and an eagle. Well, that's great because our eagles are down here and our moose are up here. So now we flip over our first action tile, and it is an eagle. See, our eagles are down here. I would like to connect that bison and that eagle, so let's go mountains for the eagle. And I've got this here that has 2 eagles on it that will connect right there. Replace that tile with the mountain goat, and next action tile is a mountain goat. So we want to stay down here in this area, so we already went mountains with eagle, which is a shame. So let's go for river for our mountain goat. And I think I'm going to put, so where are our wolves are way up there. So I have this tile here that has a mountain goat, a wolf, and an eagle. So I'm going to put that here on this river space to connect with my eagles. I might be able to connect with wolves, but I can't remember how many wolf tiles there are. It's unlikely, I think. We'll see. Oh, look at that. A bison and a wolf. That's cool. Next up, we have bears. Our bears are up here. I already chose a river space for my mountain goats, so maybe I will choose a waterfall space for my bear. Oh, do I have bears? I do have bears. Okay. So I'm going to put my bears on this waterfall since I know what that weather tile is. Next, replace that tile. Next up, I've got bison. Where do we want bison? Our bison are over here, so maybe I want bison on the prairie. That's kind of where they belong, right? Oh, and luckily I do have a bison, And I can connect that bison to our wolves by placing that right there, and I'm trying to get this hot spring surrounded. And now I have a wolf. Oh dear, so I've already used water spaces. I've already used prairie, so I am going to choose hot springs. It has to be right next to a hot springs. My wolf, oops, I didn't replace my last tile. Oh, look at that, it's 3 wolves. Maybe we'll take advantage of that and place our 3 wolves right here next to this oh, wait a second. I want to connect this wolf with this wolf. So I'm going to place it right here next to that hot springs right there. All right, next, let's see, replace that tile. And we have here on this tile, let's see what we have here, a moose and a bear. That could go here. Maybe we'll try and save that for there. And then my wolves could still connect maybe through there. I don't know. Do we have 3 wolf tiles left? I don't know. I'm not too focused on connecting the wolves down here, but I definitely want to connect that. What else do I have? I have a moose and an eagle. Those are almost certainly not going to get connected because I have a moose up here. Although, that's my only moose so far, and I just know that I don't want them over here. So we'll see. Next action tile is a moose, so I guess I have a decision to make. And it has to go here in the forest space because the only thing that can go in this space over here is our watering hole. So the moose has to go in the forest. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. So maybe I don't worry about that moose. Maybe I'm going to think about the fact that I have this moose and this eagle. That's actually the only... Nope, I have a moose and a bear. Let's do our moose and our bear in the forest because our bears are over here, our eagles are over here. So if I put this right here, now I want to be careful not to put my moose next, or eagles, next to this weather tile. But I think I can put this here and then maybe put my moose and my eagle over here. We'll see. Maybe I will connect. Maybe I will cover up all my mountains. That's looking like that might happen. I guess we have to be able to pivot. So this is our watering hole, and that can only go there by the wild spot. I've got 2 watering holes, one for bison, one for mountain goats. Let's do mountain goats and make sure that we connect these mountain goats here. So those are all connected now. Okay, replace that tile that I just used. Shuffle up these action tiles and take the next weather tile, and it has to go clockwise into the next space. So right here, this is a single storm cloud, and so I don't want any tiles adjacent to it that have just a single animal on it. Right, our first action tile is a moose, and I know I want my moose to be connected here, but not in the direction of the forest. I do have a moose and an eagle that I would like to place. So bears need to go in the forest. Maybe I will do forest. Forest for the moose, but it's going to go right here on this forest space, right next to the hot springs. Trying to connect my eagles up as well. So speaking of eagles, there we have a tile with 3 of them. Our next action tile is an eagle. That's funny. So let's see. We want our eagles to go in the mountains. And I have a single eagle and a triple eagle. Let's do the single eagle here so I don't forget and accidentally place it next to that storm cloud. We definitely don't want to do that. Although this... Oh, there's our mountain goats. Okay, so we've connected. All of our eagles are connected. We have our 2 moose over here, some bears, wolves. I'm not going to get that moose connected to that moose, so we'll just forget about that. All right, next one is our watering hole. It can only go for wild habitat. Let's replace that. So I have a watering hole for a moose and one for a bison. Think I will do the bison and put that here to make sure that I connect my bison family there. Replace the tile. And next action tile is a wolf. Whoops. So my wolves are up here, so I can either choose a river. I've already chosen forest. I can either choose river or prairie. So I think I will go... Oh, I don't want to put it next to that weather spot because I don't know what's going to pop up there. But I will do prairie nonetheless. So I have this double wolf. I'd like to connect this wolf to that wolf. And so I will place that there. I'm trying to get all these river spots covered up because that will score me 8 points at the end of the game. Next action tile is a bison. My bison are over here next to the prairie and the mountains. But what I have left are hot springs, waterfalls, and river spaces. So I may as well go for... Oh, whoops, I gotta replace that tile. I do have a bison. I have a bison and a mountain goat, so that changes things. So for bison and a mountain goat, I want to do a river space right there. So my bison and my mountain goat go here. So now I've connected, my bison family is intact, my mountain goats are intact. And next action tile, after I replace that tile, is mountain goats. So mountain goats, I have one that has 2 and one that has 1, so that's great. I'm going to pick the waterfall space and place my mountain goats here on that space. Replace that tile. And the last action tile is a bear, and it has to go next to a hot springs, so that's not too bad. I have one tile up here with a bear, so it has to go next to a hot springs. That's not great, because I think, so for every animal there's one that has 3, one that has 2, one that has 1, and then there's varying numbers that are paired up with different animals, and there's a couple of tiles that have 3 animals on them, but I can't remember how those go. I don't know that I'll be able to connect this to my... Oh, wait. What do I have to do? This was my bear has to be next to a hot spring, so I can't put it there next to the caldera. It has to be next to this hot springs. Well, no, I mean, it can be next to that. Oh, if I put it next to this hot springs, that connects these bears up, and I might be able to connect it to my mountain goats. That would be pretty cool. Yep, not connecting that wolf up there for sure. Okay, so take these tiles off, shuffle them, replace this tile. Whoops, face up. There's my 3 mountain goats. That, and place our next weather tile. It is our 2 storm clouds, so we don't want any tiles touching that have 2 animals on it. Our first animal is a moose. I do have 2 moose tiles up here, one with a watering hole, one without. I have 1 moose here, a moose here, and a moose there. So I guess I'm trying to concentrate them over here because I do have a moose watering hole. So what do I want to do? I don't want them touching this weather tile. Let's do a mountain space for our moose. And we will do our... Oh dear, let's not do a mountain space because both of these have a single moose on them, so I don't want to put that there. I want to put it here or here or here. Well, I could do a mountain space and put it there. Is that going to interrupt bears or anything? No. Okay, so let's stick with the mountains for our moose, and let's do moose with a watering hole right there. I don't think that interrupts any animals. Nope. Okay. Next up, I'll replace that tile. Next up, we have bears. Our bears are up here. So I guess we want to go forest space with a bear and cover up one of these rivers. Do I have any bears? Ooh, I don't have any bears, so that actually might change my mind. I don't have any bears up here, so I can place any animal and choose where to put it. So I don't necessarily want to put anything in the forest right now. I'm trying to get all of these spaces covered up. I have wolf, bison, mountain goats, moose. Let's try and get this hot springs surrounded. So we will go for next to a hot springs for our, and I'm going to take these 3 mountain goats and put them right here next to that hot springs. We still have 2 waterfalls to cover up. Trickiness. Okay, because this one isn't going to be covered until before the last round. Eagle. Next we have an eagle. Whoops, replace that. Oh, so this has 3 animals on it, a bison, a moose, and a bear. Bison, a moose, and a bear. We can connect our moose and our bear by putting that right there. But now we're focused on our eagle. And we have 1 eagle tile. It has 3 eagles on it, and we want that to be probably on a waterfall space, right? Put our eagle down here because it has 3 eagles on it, and that's a double storm cloud, so that is fine right there. Flip this over. Oh, 3 moose, 3 moose. Mountain goat is our next. So mountain goats we want either on this prairie river spot or in the mountains. We've already used mountains, we've already used waterfalls, we've already used hot springs, so I guess we will go for, let's go for river spot, because wolves won't go. Mountain goats, mountain goats, mountain goats. Let's go river spot for our mountain goat and put that there. Oh look, we connected that mountain goat too. I think I had intended to do that a while ago and then totally forgot about it, so that was fortunate. All right, next up we have our watering hole. That, of course, is wild. I have 1 watering hole that has all 3 bison, a moose, and a bear on it, and I'm going to put that right here. Now, it won't connect up to the bison, but it is connecting to the moose and the bear. Next up, I have bison, and they want to go in the prairie. And, oops, replace that tile. So I have 2 tiles with bison, 1 with 3, 1 with 2. I already have turned over my 2 storm cloud, although I think I'm going to put my sunny day. Yeah, I'll put my sunny day tile there because we've only come out, I don't remember how many of these weather tiles have bison on them. But if I recall correctly, I think there are 2 weather tiles for each animal species. So that means that there would not be any more with eagles coming out, but that there could be one with a bison coming out. And certainly wolves are still fair game. So what were we doing? We need to place a watering. Did we place our watering hole already? Oh, so we're on bison in the prairie, and I have 2 tiles with bison on them. So let's see, I guess, I guess since I'm going to put my sunny day tile there, I will place, maybe I'm going to try and cover up all this prairie habitat. I could do it as long as this isn't wolf up here, but so I'm going to put my 3 bison. Oh dear, no. Let's see. I do still have an eagle to cover up that river space. I do still have a bear to cover up that river space. And I don't know. Oh dear, I don't want moose right there. Huh. Well, I might have to sacrifice. I might have to sacrifice my 1 moose just to get all the river spaces covered up. Bear is going to go here on the waterfall, I think. So if the bear goes on the waterfall, the moose, we could do a moose here and a moose here. So our triple moose and our single moose. Oh no, I could do a bear here. I could do a single bear here because there's bears connected all the way through. So let's do bears here. So again, triple bison. We'll put right here. I think I can get all this prairie covered up. All right, last one is a wolf, and we will do, I hope that this wolf doesn't get negated. The wolf has to go in the forest. So we're going to put him on this waterfall and really hope that this weather tile doesn't have a wolf on it. Fingers crossed. Okay, and then we're going to take these tiles off and shuffle them up and replace, oops, I forgot to replace my last 2. Okay, no wolves on them, so it didn't really matter. At least if my wolf gets negated, it's just a single wolf. All right, oops. Our first action tile, oh wait, we have to put weather, oh, don't look at that. Remember I was putting my sunny day tile here. Okay, I think I forgot to put out one of my weather tiles because the last weather tile should have come out right now before this last round. So this was during setup, round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, and then round 5. So actually this comes out now. Oh, look at that. It has a wolf on it. That's too bad. Oh well, at least it doesn't have bison on it. I guess we should be thankful for that. Oh, and I'm not going to be able to get both of those prairie covered up unless I want to sacrifice something. Okay, well anyway, our first one is a bison. They're for sure going to go on the prairie, right? Do I still have an eagle? So I have an eagle I can use to cover up that river space. So Oh, do I want to put the bison on the prairie? Because I don't think I'm going to be able to cover up all my prairie. I got to cover up all of something. So, could put them here, but I'm probably not going to, definitely not going to be able to surround that hot springs. So let's just put our bison here and see if maybe we might have to sacrifice a tile to be able to fill in all of our prairie. All right, watering hole. So that's wild. I have 2 watering holes, one with an eagle, one with a bear. So let's place the bear right here, right? That's where I was going to place that bear. So that's connected to all of our bears. Yes. All right, next up we have our bears. So we want our other bear to be covering that river space, I think, or that river space. So they could go in the forest. Let's put our bear in the forest. And they will cover up that river space right there. And where are most of our moose? So I still have a 1 and a 2 for our moose, and we have a family here that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That would make it 5, 6, 7. Oh, and 8. We still have our 3 moose that could go on that river space. Appropriate for a moose. All right. Oh, and look, it's our moose. So let's put our moose on the river space. We're going to put this 3 moose on our river space. And that's, oh dear, I still have 2 moose to place. Oh, that's terrible. I'm not going to be able to connect these last 3 moose to my family because they're blocked off. I can't put a moose tile. I mean, I can cover up this waterfall with a moose, but it's going to get flipped because there's a moose on that weather tile. Oh, darn it. Well, I definitely want to cover up the waterfall for points. Let's see. Mountain goat. We don't have any mountain goats, but I do want to place my eagle. And I want to place my eagle in the mountains. So let's place my eagle here. And, or actually let's do, yeah, I guess let's do mountains. Oh, now we have hot springs. Oh, I've messed up terribly. No, not necessarily. Okay, hot springs and waterfall are left. Oh, there's my waterfall. But let's do this. Okay, I'm going to be a little sneaky. Let's see. So next is a wolf. I don't have any wolves. I just have moose. So I'm going to put this moose next to a hot springs, right? So wolf next to a hot springs. And then I'm just going to put it here. I'm sacrificing it. It's next to a hot springs, but it's also covering up this waterfall. So I'm being a little tricky, planning ahead because, so that moose is going to get sacrificed. My last one's an eagle. I don't have an eagle, so I can place this last tile, which has 2 moose on it. And since I can't connect this moose over here anyway, I'm putting this eagle, saying I have to place it on a waterfall. I've covered up all my waterfall spaces, so I can put this anywhere, and I'm going to put it on my last prairie space so that that is completely covered. So at least I have completely covered 1 habitat. And that is it. Now we go to end game scoring. So let's see, can you see that? I'm going to scooch these over a bit, and let's see what we've got. All right, so the first thing we need to do, we're going to follow this flow chart down here. First thing we need to do is check our weather tiles. So I know that I need to turn over this moose. And, that's funny. And this one over here too, because that is a moose. We knew that was a sacrifice. This wolf gets sacrificed, which is totally unfortunate. Nothing with just 2 animals here, nothing with just 1 animal here, no bison or eagles up here, no eagles over here. All right, next we go to waterfalls. I have covered all the waterfalls, so that's 4 points. Then we go to all the mountain spaces. I have not covered all the mountain spaces, so that's 0. Prairies, I did cover all the prairies, so that's 7 points. Forests are not completely covered, so that's 0. My river spaces did get completely covered. I usually try to do that because that is a whopping 8 points. And let's see, oh man, I only managed to surround 1 hot springs. That's unusual. I usually manage to do 2. So that's only 4 points for 1 hot spring surrounded. Now we come to our mountain goats. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all of our mountain goats, all 11 of them. And I have 1, 2, 3 watering holes with mountain goats, so that's 33 points for mountain goats. Bears, We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, start over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for our bears. And we have 1, 2, just 2 watering holes? 3. 1, 2, 3 watering holes for bears. And there was 11 bears, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 33 points for the bears. Wolves, they're all up here except for this lone wolf down there that doesn't count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wolves with 1, 2, just 2 watering holes for our 9 wolves. So that's 18 points. Moose, this is going to be sad. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 moose. But I did manage to get all 3 watering holes here, so that's not terrible. It's actually more than the wolves, so 21 points. Eagles, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 eagles with 1, 2, 3 watering holes, so our 33 points for our eagles. And bison are 1, 2, and we count this tile here as a bison because it has a bison on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bison, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Isn't that baby bison cute? Anyway, 11 bison. 1, 2, just 2 watering holes? I guess so. So 11 times 2 is 22. Add these up, we've got 7, that's 11, plus 8 is 19, plus 4 is 23, 2, 56, 89, 89, 107, right? Yeah, 107, 128, and 161 and 183. 183 is my final score. Let's see what the rule book says about that. So we have here 183, not bad, as sure-footed as a mountain goat. We just barely missed out on Eyes of an Eagle with 183 points. That's not terrible. Could have done better. So I really enjoy this game. I like tile laying games in general, and I like really puzzly games. I don't mind solo games that are beat your own score. That doesn't bother me. I do like it when they have those funny sayings that go along with the different scores. I know it's kind of corny, but it's kind of fun. What I worry about with this game with the solo mode, not with the multiplayer mode, but with the solo mode, is I worry about the fact that we use all of our animal tiles every time. And so like, I think if you played this often enough, you would learn what all the animal tiles are. I mean, I already know that there's always for each animal one that has 1, one that has 2, and one that has 3. But I think if you played this often enough, you would get to know these multi-species tiles, which I have not played often enough yet. This is, I think, my 4th or 5th solo game. I can't remember. And certainly with just 9 of these bad weather tiles, you would eventually, so here's the ones that didn't get used, you would eventually know sort of the probability of other ones coming out. I mean, I've already figured out or remembered that I think there's 2 for each species. There's 2 bears, we have 2 wolves, yeah, so I think it's 2 for each species. And then for the thunderclouds or for the storm clouds, you have 1 with 1, 1 with 2, and then 1 with 3. Now, they don't all get used. You only use 5 of the bad ones in a game, and so, just a little over half. But still, I kind of wish that we had, I don't know, maybe another 3 to 5 of these. That seems like that would help replayability. Maybe there'll be an expansion someday. It would be nice if we had maybe 7 additional animal tiles that don't get used, or even if it was only 3. If we just had some animal tiles that didn't get used each game, then you would not be assured of all of the tiles coming out. I think that that would be really helpful. And that would help with long-term solo replayability. I think for the multiplayer game, it's not such a big problem, because for the multiplayer game, you have the added sort of variability of people choosing animal tiles and habitat combinations that may not align with your goals. And I've had that happen for sure. I really do enjoy the multiplayer game, but definitely there can be a little bit of blocking people when you're choosing what animal and habitat combinations to call. So that's a bingo style calling thing in the multiplayer game. So I think multiplayer, this has good long-term replayability. For solo, I'm a little worried about that, but I think unless you're playing it a lot, it's probably not a worry. If you're only coming to this game a few times once every few months, then in between times you might forget some of the details about the weather tiles. I still wish there was more animal tiles to play. Anyway, those are my thoughts about the solo game and the multiplayer game, and hopefully you enjoyed this playthrough. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!